Good morning.
Good morning. I see we have someone new. Daphnis, are you there?
Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning,
Hi.
Element Team.
Hi, how are you?
I am great. I'm great. It's my first time actually joining the mastermind. And
Amazing.
it's
Happy to
I
have
want
you.
to yeah, I'm glad to be here. I want to hear, you guys, the experts, talk a little bit about the business and see what I can pick off your brains.
Yeah, look, we pick off of each other's brains because you may not know something about real estate, but you may know something about construction or social media. So this is definitely we learn off of each other.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for making the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm. Good morning, Islin.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you guys
How's
doing?
good? How was your weekend?
It was great.
Very good. So, anybody have any wins that they want to share from this weekend? I know Jordan, you had a lot going on this weekend, right?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. Um, just little by little, like the details add up. Like how knowing how everything flows together, even getting more comfortable with the dashboard and knowing how to look up information about the house when clients have questions,
You
things
mean
like
the
that.
MLS?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very good.
And also posting every day.
I see
I've
you.
been really good about that.
I
Yeah.
saw that. The lockbox skit
Yes.
that you did.
Yeah, and me and Carla did one together. We shot a couple times with
Oh,
that,
really? Did
like
she post
silly
it? I
stuff.
didn't see hers.
Yeah, she did, but I did one too. So it was fun. So like
But
now,
did you see how many views you got?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They're writing up.
yeah,
That is so cool. It's about, I feel like once you have fun in real estate and stop stressing when the deal's gonna come, and once you start and you just let it go and you just relax,
yeah,
that's when people will notice too that you're like, you feel comfortable selling real estate, like this is a fun thing. And that
yeah.
kind of like releases their stress too, because it's pretty stressful. Purchasing or selling a house for 99% of people is just stressful.
I agree with that.
So definitely I love that you're coming at it with like that comedy aspect of it. And you did a few open houses. You did an open house this weekend. I saw that. I wanted to shout you out for that because that is what everybody needs to be doing. I don't care if you're a seasoned agent or you're a new agent. Everybody has to be doing an open house, one open house a week. Just because you get to do it's so beneficial and it doesn't cost anything to you but your time. You get to practice your scripts, you get to practice objections that people have, you get to practice um what to do, right? Procedures when you get in the open house, how when you get to the property, what to do, turn on the lights, turn down the air. Something that a lot of people don't notice is that once you have a lot of people come to the open house, it starts getting a little hot. It's kind of like you're having a party, right? Like you're hosting. So what do you do when you host? You have to make it comfortable for everyone. So that's why I'm so big on open houses, guys. My business, half of my sales come from open houses. So I love pushing that. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
You guys have Bree, you have any wins you want to share? Do you have any clients that you followed up with and you got some good feedback from?
Well, I know that we just pre-qualified someone and he was just very happy with our service and the way that we communicate. and like kind of spoon feed the process to them essentially. So spoon
Really?
feeding is
I,
very important.
and I bet she like when was she, what does she mean by communication? Did she mean like when she gets the alerts that, oh, you've been set up in the system, or because I kind of like how you guys do that.
Yeah, like that, and just he's had like a couple questions and we're always there to answer them. Just overly making the client feel comfortable and not feel like they're burdening us with questions or bothering us or anything. Because some clients, they kind of will hold back on contacting you because they don't want to bother you or they want all their questions at once. So we try to let them know, hey, spam call us if you have to. Don't worry about it.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I know that Jordan sent over one of her clients to you guys to pre-approve, and Sebastian has been talking back and forth with her. Jordan, is it Shauna, right? Was she able to talk to Sebas?
Yeah, they connected, and it was a little tricky because she gets off very late. So sometimes like after 6, but they were able to pick a time and speak. And I think that he's just waiting for her to finish submitting the documents.
Correct, yeah.
Hmm.
Wonderful, amazing. Um, I wanted to go ahead and start sharing this. I wanted to go ahead and start sharing social media and branding now that we're getting into the challenge. I did want everybody to understand the importance of branding and how sometimes you're not that sure of what branding consists of, right? Like, oh, well, branding is like promotional items. Yes, branding is also promotional items, but it's also how you present yourself at a open house, right? So what are you wearing? Are you wearing an Element collared shirt, or are you dressed professional? Are you are your socials professional, right? Because I feel like sometimes I'm dying to put up a post of like, I don't know, sometimes at the beach, like, with a huge margarita, and I'm like, crap, I have past clients that are like all in my page, and sometimes I don't, I have to think twice before I do stuff, and I end up not posting because, yeah, I want to be relatable, but at the same time, it's my brand, right? And you have to protect your brand at all costs, and we are professionals at the end of the day. So I wanted to go explain that. Let me go open up I shared with you guys the printout of why branding matters. So why it matters: builds trust and familiarity uh before clients meet you. Kind of what I just ran over right now. Makes you memorable in a crowded market. We know that South Florida, everybody has a family member that is an agent, a part-time agent that kind of just got their license just to be able to close deals for family members and works full-time as a nurse. So that's really big in this market in South Florida. And I'm telling you that because I've been to other markets. I lived in Los Angeles and Atlanta, and that's not the case there. But South Florida, it's huge. Everybody has I'm sorry, guys. I have a call that keeps coming in. I keep ignoring it. So what makes you memorable? So that's why branding is so important. Even if it's like a slogan that you have, or something that that maybe you wear t-shirts all the time that say I sell real estate. Or branding can even be something small as, I know a lot of agents that wear their name tags when they go out places. They go to their kids' school, or they go to the supermarket, and they wear that. That's part of the reason why I usually wear my Element real estate polo, because when I go out, I want people to know. I want people to ask me, has it happened? No, it hasn't. But when I go meet my clients, they do. I feel like they do look at me a little bit more professional because I have this. A lot of times it's just my go-to. Like if I feel like, oh, I don't know if something's gonna be appropriate, or I just want to guarantee that I look professional, I throw on my polo and I don't have to think about it. It's super easy. Branding is also our brokerage. So sometimes people are like, well, I don't have a logo for my business, right? Because this is all a business for everyone. I don't have a logo in my business. It's fine. Guess what? Victor has provided all of that for us. So Element has branded folders that you can use when you're at your open house or when you're going to meet with a buyer or a seller. We have at the office in Miramar, we have branded folders that you can go grab and have them and just use them, because people are looking at that. People are looking when you go to show them some forms, or you go to give them some printouts of all the houses that you guys are going to see today, and you put it inside an Element folder. It looks so much more professional. So you don't have to have your actual brand. You don't have to have an actual logo for yourself, but you can piggyback off of Element. One thing that I love about our brokerage is our website. Our website, it's www.elementre.com. Did I say that right, Victor?
Yeah,
said
that's it.
yes.
Elementre.com. Yep.
Yeah. It is amazing. Like you should be putting that everywhere. I used to have a website and it was too much to maintain because I had to pay hosting and I had to pay all like GoDaddy, all these fees, that I completely like eliminated it. And I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. Element has a beautiful website that we need to be broadcasting and putting in all our business cards, because people want to see a website. Like, let's be honest, you have to have a website. You can't just have social media page. People want to see a website, and that is a gorgeous website to show our clients. Attracts ideal leads organically. Well, kind of like when you're having fun, when you're branding yourself and your image, leads are just gonna come to you. You're not gonna have to try as hard, because people understand your message. They understand that you're here selling real estate, you're having fun, and they start dropping at your doorstep. I'm so serious. When you make it more about the sales, I mean less about the sales and more about the brand and the lifestyle, it just comes a little bit easier. Another thing why it matters is because it keeps past clients connected and referring, which is huge in this business. It is huge, guys. If you guys are in real estate for long term, you need to be thinking about all these past sales that you've had. And you never know, in 2 or 3 years, they may want to sell. And they're like, you know what? We outgrew it. Or I'm pregnant, I'm having twins, and now we need an extra room. My client, I just sold her house. I sold them a house in Plantation 2 years ago, and she's had one baby. She had an extra baby, and now she's having another baby. So now I sold it to her, and she had one child. Now she's gonna have three. And she just called me, and she's like, "We're looking like to upgrade, but it has to be like, the perfect home." And I just sold her the house 2 years ago. So this is why you have to continue branding yourself as the real estate expert in your neighborhood, or just continue to brand yourself and build that name for yourself. Does anybody have any questions? I don't want to like rush through this. I love engagement,
I
guys.
actually, Helen, I have a question.
Yes.
How do you feel about, like, when it comes to social media, separating, do you brand under your personal, or do you create a separate entity just for, like, branding your real estate business?
So I don't think there's a right answer for that. Deafness, I think, is just what feels comfortable with you, right? I have two. I have a business like realtor page, and then I have a personal page. And one gets more attention than the other. And that's just how it is, because you just can't devote all your attention to every different platform or different page. So it's kind of like what works for you.
Okay, gotcha.
What are you doing right now?
So I've actually been, my social media has been on pause for quite some time, actually. And more recently this year, I wanted to kind of get back in it. So I haven't been on it for personal reasons. I mean, it's been years. I'll be honest with you. So, but now ultimately I'm looking to, start to brand that. So I didn't know whether it'd be a good idea for me to start to brand on my personal page or create a separate entity and, just use that more for a business aspect, for anything that I'm doing business related. So therefore I could keep that a little bit more cleaner because I have my personal. Sometimes I like who I am as an individual. Sometimes I prefer to separate the two, but I don't know if it's something that would be put me at a disadvantage by doing so because some people may know me as the individual but may not know my business as a realtor. And so that's why I'm thinking to maximize. Would it be better to combine the two, or should I just work on building it ground up? The business element of things.
Right. So to answer that, I would say I think it's a stronger force if they both complement each other, right? Because people want to know a little bit more background information. So if they know that, I don't know, that you do soccer on the weekends, you can be relatable and you can connect with a seller or a buyer that's kind of researching you up before going with you. You know what I mean? Real estate is a lot about connections. And you have a target audience. So for your target audience, you're gonna have to connect with them. That's gonna increase your sales. So I would say, me personally, I would say to merge. Do a little
So
bit. Go ahead.
keep them as one entity.
Keep it. Yeah, I would do one.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I would
to try and give my 2 cents. I mean, I've seen both ways be successful. I'm personally a fan of having one and just, combining everything together and just not necessarily post whatever maybe you don't want to see or you don't want to show. But if you do separate, which is also fine. I've seen that work out well too. Just make sure you sprinkle into your personal that you have a business page. You got to sprinkle, and then on your business page, you probably once in a while want to put some personal stuff on there too, because like sometimes people want to see a little bit, not just business all the time. But that part of if you do it separate, you definitely gotta repost yourself, especially at the beginning, to let your personal followers know that you have this business page, so that they can follow you and engage with you on that page. You want to repost it and let people know, hey, follow me on my business page. You want to do those types of posts on a pretty regular basis because you want people to engage on that page as well. So I personally do one page, and that's worked out fine for me. But I've seen it work out both ways. As long as you're posting, you're putting content up, it'll be fine. It's just a matter of preference, what you prefer. But I personally I agree with Helen. I just merge it all together and keep it in one place. But as long as you're posting content and you're putting stuff out there, you'll see the results you want to see.
Mm-hmm. All right. Appreciate that.
Can I chime in and put my 2 cents?
Of course you can.
So I was also thinking, like, I do understand with some people, they have certain things that they want to post that they don't mind sharing with their friends. They don't want to share with their clients or potential clients. You can also create a close friends, and you just put all the people that you personally know, and so that you can have that one page. So when you post certain things, that they only see it, that your
But
clients or your
is that
potential,
only for IG?
yeah.
Okay. So, Daphne, she's mentioned. I don't know if you were really talking about Instagram.
Yeah, I was thinking about IG in particular, but
Okay.
even
Yeah.
like Facebook. I mean, all I know that's all in that same world. But specifically IG, I kind of had that in mind when I was
Well,
referencing everything.
yeah. So Jessica just mentioned there's like, did you know about that? Like that feature that you can kind of just select like a friends, like favorite friends group, and they're the only ones that see specific photos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. That's new to me, but for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's something that exists, then that's something I might definitely take advantage of as well.
Yeah. I know it can get a little complicated, like if okay, well I have to add this person or am I posting on the right page? I like simplicity, so I just don't post. But I know there's a lot of people that love posting, so that's a great idea, Jessica, that you mentioned. And I have seen that feature, but I didn't know what exactly it entailed. So thanks for sharing that.
Of course.
You learn something new every day. Okay, so I want to give you guys some examples of agent branding. Um, so there's maybe like about 4 or 5, right? The first one being the luxury lifestyle agent, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. They're the ones that sell like the dream, right? They show the expensive cars, they show the $1 million properties, they show like the designer bags, the all that flashiness that kind of like fits perfect with South Florida because that's what you see a lot of here. That's one type of agent or type of branding style that you can go with. Um, Another one will be the neighborhood expert. The neighborhood expert is like the go-to person, right? Like I call it like the person that has a plug everywhere. Like, oh, where do I go to? I don't know. Where do I go if I want to, I want to take the kids out somewhere? And that's a person that always knows about what's going on in the neighborhood, what restaurants are opening, what schools are the best schools. It's usually somebody that has been in the neighborhood for like born and raised in Coral Gables or born and raised in North Miami, and they know everything. They have a whole bunch of family in the area. They know the principals of numerous schools. You can become a neighborhood expert. So it just it's like what fits you, right? Like what am I, who am I, right? So that's why for branding you actually have to dive a little bit deep within yourself and see, do some like identity searching, which I think it's really cool because I don't think you should be adapting to real estate. I think real estate should fit into who you are, your personality, and what makes you different. Like God made us all different, and we all have something that makes us unique. And once we learn to tap into that, everything becomes super easy. Another branding style would be the investor agent. This is the one that I kind of like resonate with. I do a lot of like before and after flips, or I go to check out a lot of fixer uppers. So a lot of my videos that get attention are the videos that I'm posting like of houses that are like in really bad shape, distressed, and people love seeing that because they're like, ew, gross, oh my God, like that's horrible. And this is like that's a real life for me. Um so that targets, of course, a lot of investor buyers. So it depends. Like, do you want to work with investors? Investors are not easy to work with at all. Let me tell you, because everything is numbers for them. So I feel
Preach.
like in order to do this, Eddie, are you there?
Oh yeah. Say that again for the people in the back. One more time.
In the back. Investors are not easy. Everything's numbers for them. It's not like, oh my God, I love this house. Like, oh my, I can picture our kids living here. That's not how they look at things. You have to like numbers. And math was always my favorite subject growing up. So I love numbers. And when you talk numbers, it doesn't like confuse me or anything. Like I dig deeper. So this resonates with me, and that's the top style that I have chosen. Eddie, you might want to like start incorporating some of those things too, right? Like showing more of properties like distress, going to check out distressed properties. um I like showing sometimes too the closing statements, like how much sellers are making, right? Like when an investor sees their settlement statement, 9 times out of 10 they're purchasing in cash, and at a sale they can easily make back $700,000, and that's big time numbers. So sometimes I like showing that as well. Um, what else? Okay, that's it for that. The real life agent shows messy closings, authentic stories, builds trust through honesty. The real life agent, I feel like it's somebody that's just always posting like real life content. If it would be with somebody that's comfortable showing every second wherever they're at, and they just pull up their phone and they're just going with it, which is nothing wrong with that. You don't have to curate, and everything doesn't need to be staged, right? Some people, some agents are this is more their style, and people like it because they can relate. And you build a lot of credibility that way. The last style here that they mentioned is the family focused agent that caters more to like growing families, like moms with kids and school and juggling both. And there's a lot of that's like its own niche, believe it or not, because it's not easy when you're balancing the both, real estate and family life. So people like to see it because it's also relatable, right? Like, how are you doing it? Oh, I brought my son to one of my showings. My son was, I think he was like 3 months, and I was under contract and I had to go to an inspection, and I got him in my little carrier, my strap-on carrier, and I brought him with me. And I was freaking out because I'm super professional and I want everything to go right. And my clients were like, "Oh my God, thank you for bringing him." And they love that. They love that because they felt like, okay, she's human, and she actually, she could have sent somebody else, but she came with her kid after 3 months after giving birth. So they kind of respect that. They respect the hustle. Does anybody have any questions about agent branding? And what styles, does anybody want to maybe share what style they're kind of venturing off into right now?
Well, for me, I started with the I guess it's the agent branding, is the one where
An
you kind of
agent
show your
lens?
real, yeah, where you show your real
Yeah.
life. A little backstory: I was nervous about posting a video about my journey to becoming a real estate agent. And surprisingly, I've gotten a lot of comments, people in my DMs asking me, "Oh, when will you start selling houses? This is so
That's
cool.
great. That's
I
really good.
didn't know. When you get your license, let me know." Like, they're already asking, and I was afraid of posting it. I was thinking of all people gonna say, "Oh,
How
she's
many
new. She
how
does."
many days that no, how many times in that day did I harass
Helen
her to
harassed me
post?
all Friday, all Saturday.
She's like, "I'm gonna post at 12 noon." 12 noon came, and I'm like, I'll go to her page. I'm like, it's not there. And it's a great, authentic video. Like, I wish that we can share it here, but I'm not that IT friendly, so I don't know how to do that. But she just
It
literally went on her iPad, you turned the camera facing you, and she just started telling her story that she's freaking out. She's taking her test in a few weeks, and why she chose real estate. It was like super, super basic, but very authentic, kind of like
yeah,
blogging, right?
yes.
And look, you got great feedback.
Even people I haven't talked to in years from high school
That's
contacted me, were like, "Oh my God, Jessica, I could see you being an agent." It's just hilarious. And I was holding back.
they just love the storytelling. They love the story and what's behind it, and they want content. They want entertainment,
They do. They're already asking for the next video.
For real? That is amazing. Kudos to you. I know it's hard. It's hard to like put yourself out there, and it's like, I don't like how I sound, I don't like how I look. Like, it's very hard, but once you understand that people are going to be cheering you on, you're like, it wasn't that bad.
Well, I'm
Congrats.
glad I did it.
That's awesome. Anybody else want to share what agent they are on the show, on the socials?
I think that mine's will change. I do see that over time, and I guess with experience. I think right now I'm definitely the real life agent, and I think that's who I am, like at the core of it, like wanting to teach people, wanting to talk about the test journey and
Right.
even the silliness. That's like a part of my personality, like showing them that, because it's still like truth to whatever the joke is, you know.
Right.
And I feel like it's so relatable. And but I think I do know that the investor real estate realtor is like in my heart, because like that's the stuff that I watch. Like I love seeing the houses. I love seeing the before and after. And then
Mhm.
eventually I hope to for sure be at the luxury side of it, you know, but
Right.
I think naturally I'm like the real agent.
Right. And that's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about real estate, right? That you can start off one agent and you can veer off to another agent and then go to another one and go to another one. Like there really isn't any cap in real estate. And I think that's one of the main
Yeah.
reasons why we all chose to be in real estate. So it's beautiful, right? You go growing and you pivot to another one, and it's just a matter of becoming any agent, right? Showing any type of style, because can be another undercover agent, right? That's
Right.
very important. We put ourselves out there. I hope you guys just think about me telling you every single day this week. Put yourself out there. All right, guys. So, how to build your brand really quick. Know your audience. Who are you best at serving, right? I kind of went over that a little bit. We all have a different audience. We all have different backgrounds. We all went to different schools. We all moved around. Well, some people, I moved around numerous times, guys. So I'm like all over. I call myself like a gypsy agent. But you have to know your audience. Number two, define your tone. Are you going to be friendly? Are you going to be funny? Are you going to be bold? This has to do a lot with your personality, right? So it is what it is. I don't think it's something that you can decide. I think it's something that is who you are. It's from within already. Number three, and most important of them all, is be consistent across all platforms and content. It's really easy if you guys streamline everything so that way social media doesn't become like a hard thing. It's like kind of you post on one platform and it automatically syncs to all the other ones. This is how I have mine set up, and I didn't before, and my life has been so much easier now because I don't have to worry about going to Instagram and reposting. I post on Facebook and it automatically syncs. Number four, add value. Teach, inspire, or tell stories. And you can do this in a funny way, in a serious way, showing an example. There's so many ways that you can do this. And if you ever get stuck, please, AI is your friend. And if you guys aren't using Chat GPT, I would highly suggest you do, because it's making lives a lot easier. Number five, remember to show your face. People want to connect with people. And at the end of the day, they're not worrying about what you have on or how your hair looks or if you have makeup or you have bags under your eyes. They don't care about that. They're literally going to look at your video for a couple of seconds and move on to somebody else's video. Trust me. Anybody have any questions so far?
I don't have a question, but maybe a suggestion. Maybe you guys can do a training on ChatGPT, because Llama's
That's
group
good.
we did. And it's a little different because we're on the lending side, right? But like we I don't know if you know this, but we started feeding ChatGPT the guidelines for FHA, conventional DSCR loans, like everything.
Mhm.
And so when we do need to ask a question, we just go to ChatGPT and go, hey, per the guidelines uploaded for Fannie Mae, and then you ask the question.
That is amazing.
So
Yes, but
ChatGPT has
we also trust ChatGPT, but we also have to verify
trust but
verify the
verify.
guidance, because ChatGPT is
Angela, why you had to
some,
come and kill it? Why you had to do that?
well, I gotta bring people back to reality. It's real deal.
It's
Trust but
true.
verify always in business, right? So I'm sorry, I'm joining late, but I'm in the breakfast hotel spot. So it's a lot of noise.
But when you submit the guidelines, what you're submitting it just like in a private, like I don't get it. Where do you submit it to a group profile or something or what?
What do you mean
So
to ChatGPT?
yeah, so we
Oh,
share a profile. We
Mm,
share a login and a profile for Llama specifically. Angelo
mhm.
pays for the plus version, for the premium version.
Oh, okay, Angelo.
Yeah, so that it doesn't give us caps or anything like that when asking questions, things like that.
Nice.
But yeah, we just share it essentially.
Okay, so it's one profile. And you okay?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
We have like obviously nothing personal, but
of
if
course.
especially when a team and some of the things you're asking questions, you're like creating like almost like a AI team lead in a way. You can go through
Hmm.
and ask questions and it remembers all the answers, the type of questions that was asked. So it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Well, yeah. If you guys, maybe Victor, we can do something later on with Chat GPT because I think a lot of people are intimidated by it or just kind of don't know, so they stay away. But
We can
Yeah, for
volunteer
sure.
Adrian.
I'm
Volunteer
sorry.
Adrian doing. He's a master.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Adrian.
can let Adrian. We can let Adrian do something. I'll communicate with him, see what he wants to when he wants to put something in the books for sure.
Yeah, Adrian found out a way to get Chat GPT to fix his client's credits or right something like that. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
we
definitely
Mhm.
go ahead,
now
Bree.
Brianna go Brianna.
It was for a rescore option, if I'm not mistaken. So we basically copy and pasted the entire credit report, and then we submitted it in, and we put based on the details submitted on the credit report, what is the fastest way to get the credit score to 640, which would be like the minimum, and then it spits out that information, which normally for a rescore option, the client would pay for that. Like we would have to pay for that.
Yeah, but we also do the credit rescore option as well.
Correct,
So
just to
sometimes
verify.
the credit rescore options is not always 100%, but it's like 80% chance. But we also upload the credit score to see what ChatGPT tells us too, because sometimes it's in the same page, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's not. So we just cross reference.
that's pretty cool. I definitely think we need to get accustomed, educate ourselves more on AI because it's here to stay. So we just need to make it beneficial for our business. And our business has to do with so many different things that the more educated we are, the better. So the more support you have, like let's say you can't get in contact with Victor about something or you can't reach, any of us, you have to get answers for your clients. So I definitely think it's a good support. Of course, you verify, but it's a good support to have.
Yeah, no, it's been great for me. I mean, me as a broker, like I call a legal hotline a lot because sometimes agents have questions and I just need to verify certain things. So I call the legal hotline a lot, but I've been kind of replacing it a little bit with ChatGPT. So sometimes I'll just go on ChatGPT ask because sometimes I already know the answer, but I just want to
You want
verify.
confirmation,
I
yeah.
want confirmation, and then when I know something, and then ChatGPT confirms it, I'm like, all right, I don't have to wait 20 minutes on hold on the legal hotline. So it's been really great for stuff like that.
That's awesome. And for the last segment, guys, branding usually is the main thing that you want to start off with branding is where do you see yourself in the future, right? Like what do I want my online presence could be? If it could be anything in the world, like it doesn't matter, no limitations whatsoever. What do you see? Who what type of agent do you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years? And kind of work your way backwards, right? I think once we start kind of designing who we want to be or what we want our future to look like, the branding becomes very easy because our subconscious kind of goes back to that vision that you have of yourself throughout the day, throughout the months, throughout the years. I think that's why it's so important too to do like your vision boards. I usually do annual vision boards, and I put it in my closet. So every morning I'm getting dressed, I'm constantly looking at my vision board, what my family goals are, what my business goals, spiritual. So it all works. It's all intertwined. But before you start your branding, you need to know who you are at the moment, like what makes you unique, what makes you different, and then where you want your business to go in the next 3 years. Do you want to be selling $1 million houses? If you want to sell $1 million houses and you keep telling yourself that every day and you act like you're $1 million agent and you go to these, to these open houses and you conversate with these agents that sell these type of homes, that's what you're going to do. 3 years ago, I told myself I want to spend more time with my kids and my family. So I need to figure out how to shape my business so that I am able to do that. Because I'm like, I cannot be a buyer's agent and dedicate and be there for my kids. It's not gonna work because I was literally showing each buyer like 30 houses. And sorry, I don't mind sending out buyer's agents, but at the end of the day, buyers want to connect with the person that they hired. So once I started thinking that way, like what's my end result? What do I see myself doing? That's when I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should start, becoming an investor. Maybe because that will give me the income, the revenue that the extra revenue that I need in order to scale back and have more time with my kids. Um, and I say all of that to say that's where I was like, okay, I got to start flipping because I can handle I can control my schedule a little bit better as opposed to my clients controlling my schedule. If I deal with sellers and if I deal with flips. And this is something that I kind of told myself when I was pregnant with my second child was what am I going to do? And I started planning and I started planning and my son is, oh my God, my phone doesn't stop. I'm sorry, guys. I told myself that I had to make changes immediately, right? And I had to take risk and I had to be disciplined. And my son is 3.5 now. And I am doing exactly that. I am flipping and I'm also dedicated to sellers. I'm not working too much with buyers. So I say that to say this, we got to know where we're going, right? Before we start branding ourselves and before our business starts growing, we have to kind of work backwards. Like, what is the vision that you see for yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I could chime into that. When I first started in business, loans, that was 9 years ago. I was first in and I was last out at the office. Meaning I came in at 7 o'clock and I left like at 6, 7, 8, sometimes it's a later. And I was doing that for years. And, to the point where I was like, oh man, I gotta get an assistant. I've been crushing it. But at some point, you get burnt out, like what Evan was saying. So it's just levels to your life, right? What level are you in your life, right? There's no wrong and right. You gotta hit the certain goals that you want to hit, and then once you hit it, you have to restructure, regame plan. 1 year, a year, like I think like 3, 4 years ago, like the 2022, right? It was balance for me. So I wanted to kind of cut back a little bit, not so much grinding it out, but like balance. Hire somebody else, make a little less money, but be balanced in life and enjoy time with your kids and your family. And look, I'm in a hotel lobby over this, right? Just balance, right? Had fun this weekend. Let me catch up. Let me log in a little bit, computer, and then after this, I'm logging off. I'm out. And then back to the crib.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Angelo. Yeah, because people that didn't like I didn't know that side of your story because we just recently met a couple of years ago, and anybody that meets you now would think, oh yeah, he's always had this super big team, but no, it was first just you, right? That's awesome.
Yep. Just me at the beginning.
That's great. That's
Me
awesome.
at the beginning, but I had a team lead. I had a mentor though growing up.
Yeah,
In the job for 2.5 years. I worked under somebody. So
you put in the work.
I
Yep.
took an L. I put in a lot of work. I listened. I applied, and at some point, I was like, hey, look, I'm ready to go on my solo. That's it.
I will say though, it's hard to find a good mentor though. Not everybody wants to give you game.
That is true. I absolutely agree with you, Eddie. Um, you just got to put yourself out there, you know. Continue to find and you continue to search and you will find. That's the only thing I can tell you. It may take a long time, but you're gonna see that when you find it, you're gonna be like, no wonder it took so long. It's gonna be like the right fit. But definitely do not give up because I was the same way. I was like, I need a mentor, I need a mentor, and I kept praying about it. I'm very big on prayer. And I kept just telling myself that I put it all over my vision board. And a year later, a year and a half later, I found one. So please don't give up. Keep searching, keep asking around, and know exactly what type of mentor do you want, right? Do you want an investor mentor? Do you want a real estate mentor? Kind of know exactly what it is so the universe can kind of give way to that.
Yeah, and even if it's not one person to mentor, it could be colleagues and teammates to help, uh, you know, round the ship and push forward. And obviously, if you guys have me, you guys have Big, you have Kevin, you know, even Eddie, you've been in the game for a while. So even those that don't really know much or just started, like Eddie is a beast too. He knows his stuff, right? Like we're all here. Like you guys can come to anywhere, so you got your back.
Just to chime in a little bit, I emailed 60 real estate agents in South Florida to find a mentor, and they all denied me. They all said, oh, you could come to the office and see how we do things, but we can't be your mentor. 60 real estate agents until I found my mentor.
I don't believe you, Jessica. I still don't believe that.
It happened by accident.
Look, real estate is really cutthroat. Like this business is tough. Only the strong survive.
Literally.
Listen, this business is cutthroat, and let me tell you, even down south where we live here in South Florida, it's even more cutthroat.
Even more cutthroat.
It's a different world out here. We're not selling real estate like Virginia.
Hey, Eddie. I like that trim beard. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
As soon as I start losing more of this cara papa, it's going down.
Oh, good. Thanks for chiming in. We needed a Monday morning laugh.
Well, I was gonna say too. I mean, I caught it on the back end real quick off of you were saying about like posting on different pages.
Yeah. If you have like a personal or a business or both or like a
So
merge together.
so somebody told me obviously to collaborate both, but at the same time, I feel like as much as you try to post your new page on your personal, the people already that are like following your personal, it's hard to get them to shift over to the business page.
Right.
So then you end up like posting on your personal, and then it's like, okay, well, why do I got to go to your business page if you're just gonna post it on your personal?
Right.
Because you're trying to grow your business page. So I mean, it's a mix, and like a really good social media guru told me, authenticity is the new currency. So if you're just authentic with it, obviously you don't want to look like a degenerate getting banged up and posting yourself online and stuff, but yeah, like just you're a person. You're a real person. You're not a robot. And you're not just another cheesy realtor
Right.
in a suit and tie or in a nice dress or whatever. Like, show you, be you. So,
Right.
and then another quick thing, real quick, I'm gonna say, because I like to like watch a lot of motivational videos.
Mm-hmm.
One person said, "You keep asking for where you want and where you want to be, and God hasn't opened the door yet for that. Because are you ready for that? Be careful what you ask for, because when it presents itself, are you ready? Are you ready to walk in that lane?"
Right.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Keep doing
No,
the
I
work.
love that.
Keep doing the
Love
work.
that.
Keep getting the reps in, doing the work to the point where you're so confident you don't think twice when you move.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Eddie. That is right. You just have to be consistent day in and day out, and you're gonna see how things chart out of nowhere. You're gonna see all the leads coming in. You're gonna see the closings happening. But you just gotta be consistent, guys.
Yo, this is great. This is like if I miss Sunday's mass, I can just come here Monday morning, Helen's huddle, and I feel good.
I'm telling you, Angelo, you're late to the party. Anybody else want to share anything before we break off? Carla, Islin, Daphnis, you're good?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I got a lot of information. I appreciate all you guys today. Everyone here.
Yes, we
Hey,
appreciate
so
you. Thanks for being here.
I saw Angelo posted, so we're officially now Hometown Heroes, August 18th. Is that the official date?
Yeah, yeah. So recap real quick on that. So the reservations open up August 18th. What that means is that just means that online, if you're under contract, and only if you're under contract, you're able to reserve the funds for the Hometown Hero, right? So that is 5% of the loan amount, or a maximum of 35 grand, right? Whichever is first. Um, and the occupations, frontline workers. I posted in the chat all the occupations, but doctors, nurses, dentists, even dentist assistants, believe it or not. So if you're not a dentist, you're a dentist assistant, you can actually qualify. So take a nice quick peek at that list, um, and push it, right? All that information that I put on in the WhatsApp chat, it was generated by ChatGPT, right? So real quick, you want to do some quick post, use that, and just post it in IG or whatever. But I would tell your clients right now to get pre-approved now, so then August 18th comes around, you're not late to the party like I was today, right? To this meeting here. But just get pre-approved first, get your clients in, just to make sure they qualify. Because last thing you want is somebody to come in on August 18th, hey, I'm ready, and then their credits, we got to work on their credit, or we got to look for a co-signer, or look for some cash. So many things that can happen. So I'm open to any questions about that if you guys have any.
So this is a good opportunity to probably get a few pieces of content out about Hometown Heroes. This is basically a down payment assistance program, uh, to help buyers of certain occupations. It was for anybody, but now it's just certain occupations. So definitely go on the chat. I think, Angelo, did you put the link of the occupations on the chat?
Yeah, I put in a PDF style. So, and it's very, very correct. The interest rates are not open yet. I suspect that it will be probably open the weekend prior to. And they do change on a daily basis. Once it's open on August 15th, you'll see it. I can post a link too to see what interest rates are. But you could still do FHA, conventional, VA, even USDA. Listen, let me tell you guys something. With the VA, Eddie's here, right? Yes, Mocha's here. So on
Yeah.
a VA borrower, right? Since they put 0% down already, you can still use the Hometown Heroes, which they give you 5% down payment assistance. So it's almost like a cheat code, because Eddie's cousin, he did a VA and Hometown Heroes last year, and the guy literally like got cash back at closing. Like he got his escrow money back.
That's
So
awesome.
no, straight up, like VA and Hometown Heroes, a cheat code, literally a cheat code. Like it's crazy, like such a good program. So yeah.
Well, look, guys,
Definitely prefer.
Angelo helped my brother get Hometown Heroes $4,000 for the house. So definitely start sharing that Hometown Heroes. Create a flyer. Just use Angelo's flyer and just repost it. Repost it every other day. People need to know that that's coming on the market soon.
Well, actually, I think we just finished a template. Brianna, we finished a template. So if you guys want to like a full branded template, just I guess send me a message privately, or you guys have our email, right? Brianna, put her an email. I think
Yeah,
it's
I'll put
whatever
it.
easier for you, Bree. Yeah, just make sure to send us a headshot, right? If you don't have a headshot, that's fine. We'll just put your name on it. But that way you can recirculate it to your favorite things.
All right, guys. Anybody have anything else to say? I did want to say one thing, share one thing with you guys. I think August 23rd, we're going to have a CRM and mimosas, kind of like a CRM workshop. Because I feel like everybody kind of needs help with their CRM. Some people don't know that we have an amazing CRM included in our with our brokerage, which is Follow a Boss, and everybody needs to be filling that up with all the data that you can possibly get from your sphere or from the people that you're meeting. That is the heart of your business. So we just want to show some love and tap into our CRM. Show some love to our CRM, and we will be meeting August 23rd. It's a Saturday morning. Saturday morning, probably like around 9 o'clock, August 23rd. Jordan, you have a question? Is hometown only for Florida or does other states have a version of that? I think it's only Florida, right,
Yeah, it's
Angela?
only Florida. But Georgia has like county programs like we do here, so I know
Like
that they
down
have like
payment
Georgia
assistance.
Dream. Yeah, we've looked into a couple because Angelo's actually licensed in Georgia.
Okay, because I knew someone in Georgia that they qualify for a VA loan. So I was curious if they could, like, would that same scenario work where they put zero down and they were able to get funds back, or was that only for a hometown?
Yeah, hometown hero specifically only in Florida. So like if they work in Georgia well, listen, if they work in Georgia and they're a veteran,
Uh-huh.
if they do their job and they want to buy in Florida, then you're good. But like if they live in Georgia and they want to buy in Florida, you're right. But if they live in Georgia, want to buy in Georgia, nah, they can't use hometown hero. But
So
they can still use
so
the
that's what they
VA
don't
loan.
have to be a resident of Florida or already lived here for a certain amount of time. They just have to purchase here.
Correct. But the main important thing is that their job needs to be located in Florida. Like
Needs to be
the
located in Florida.
yeah, like a job. Their job needs to be,
Okay.
they need to have like an HQ or an office or something, anything, a brick and mortar, something in Florida.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
check it out. Let's just say
Can you
a veteran retired, they're just getting income from disability and social. They're technically not, like working.
Employed.
That's still okay because they're
Okay.
depending on their social, and their pension income and VA disability. And that's in there.
Okay.
Islin is asking, can you combine Hometown Heroes with city housing program? What do you mean city housing? Down payment assistance?
Yeah, you're referring to,
Yeah,
yeah, if
she
you're
said
referring
that.
to,
Can you combine it with down down payment assistance?
yeah, yes, you could. Get ready though. Get ready because that sounds like in Spanish it's called arroz con mango, rice with mango. Get ready for the ride. But yes, you're able to. And last time I checked, Brianna, I posted the Broward County funds. I don't think there's no funds right now, right? In a lot of the cities.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can send over the guidelines in the WhatsApp group chat if you guys want, but
Yeah, but yes, you could still use those. because the grants are not a loan, right? The Hometown Heroes is a loan, 0% interest rate loan. So as long as there's not 3 loans hanging around, you're
Is the loan is for the whole duration of the the long term, which is like probably 30 years. You have to pay or you have to pay
yes.
first, or okay. Is it like a
No, yeah,
second? It's like a second mortgage, or
it is.
is it one
On the
payment?
second mortgage.
Yes, it is a second mortgage. They call it a silent seconds, meaning
So if you sell, you have to pay it off.
yes, it's 30 years as well, but there's no monthly payments on it.
And there's no
So
interest.
there's 0 interest. It's literally fronting you money. 0. It's like a loan, which you're like 0. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say free money, but 0% down.
Everybody
0
should be
interest.
posting this because everybody knows a nurse, a dental
Somebody
assistant,
knows something.
everybody. Even if like you print this out and you staple your card to it and you go drop it off at like your dentist's office or right, everybody, I know everybody goes to the dentist and to doctor's appointments and with our kids and stuff like that. Like this is definitely like what top of the list for the month of August. It's a great way to initiate conversation. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know how to like, an icebreaker. This is the icebreaker. Like, hey, do you know anyone in the medical field or that's a dental or your therapist or something? They can qualify up to $30,000 on for down payment.
35. Yeah, and look,
35.
like just get them in the door up to 35,000 minutes. But just get them in the door, and if they start asking too many questions, oh, that's a very good question. Oh, let me talk to Angela and our in-house under the team, and then I'm gonna have them call you. I'm gonna have them call you to go over, answer all your questions. That's it.
Yep.
That's all you
That's
gotta
a
do.
way to get their number, save their number, and then send it over to Brianna and Sebastian.
Yeah, and then once we talk to them, we will call you back and talk about our conversation and the game plan of how to proceed. And then at the same time, you're going to be learning the process, especially if this is your first time with the Hometown Heroes or any program for that matter, right? Just in general.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing week. And remember, hello, you guys there?
I'm here. Thank you, Helen. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so much. And remember, guys, don't stop trying. You only fail when you stop trying. So don't stop. Have a fantastic week.
Thank you, Helen.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.